All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. Happy Thanksgiving to the Americans. My name is Rajordi, and to you, one and all, I say hello, friends. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good one so far. Whether you're an American or not an American or whatever else you are, I appreciate you being here with us. Hopefully, Americans, you got all that tasty food you were looking for, or at least a day of relaxation, rest, and fun. Other people in the world, hope it's fine for you too, etc., etc. I'm glad you're here with us right as we get started. Height, it's good to see you. Hello to Axix. Gelizar, welcome, my friend. Hello to Sally. Sally, good luck with the cat sitting. I've actually never cat sat. Is that true? Cat sat? Yeah, that's how it goes. No cat sitting for me, which is probably for the best, because I don't think my cats would do well at all with visitor cats. One time years ago, we had a the dog visit the cats, and Sasha beat it up, and that was great. Happy beating up people, fair friend cat. Hello to you, Old Beard. Good to see you again. Old Beard, don't worry. Today's the last day of Victoria 3 for a while. We'll be on to Rimworld tomorrow again. We'll get you back in the community once more, don't you worry. Dang newbie, a pleasure to see you. Hello to you, iGrocket. It's 5:38 p.m. there. Yes, this is why I start with good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So that no matter where you are in the world, you can take my little introduction and plug your time zone in. Now, I don't say good night, because that feels like farewell, auf Wiedersehen. Presumably there's some way I could express why are you awake, go to sleep, but I'm glad to see you all here for sure. Architect, hello friend. Architect, thank you for gifting a sub to Oldbeard. Oldbeard, enjoy the emotes and such for one whole month. Architect, thank you for your ongoing generosity. It's very kind of you, very kind. Yeah, I suspect a lot of people are out and about doing family stuff today, and I hope those of you who are not here but watching the VOD are having a good day. Thank you for being here, I appreciate it. Which I mean, thank you for watching the VOD, you know what I mean. Very good, very good. Today's a teaching day. Today is the last real class day of the semester. My students have an exam. This morning I read all the questions to Noms, and she said, "Are you sure you haven't asked for too much?" So, we'll see. I'm sure they'll get through it. I'm sure the semester will end in fine form. And like I said, starting next week, I'm on my winter break, and so we will definitely be having longer streams over the coming few weeks. And that should be a whole bunch of fun for everybody. Who did I not say hi to? Dang newbie, did I not say hi to you? I may have missed you. Marks, hello. I don't know. After a certain point, I start telling stories, and I leave the hello part, and it's hard for me to remember what I've done and what I've not done. Anyway, good to see everybody. Thank you for being here. Welcome on in to the Resortiverse. That's my new intro. Welcome into the Resortiverse. It's great. Today we continue the Victoria 3 playthrough. We had a nice long stream yesterday, in which things were going very well, and then they were not going very well. So, yesterday we fought our very first war that we declared. Yesterday we decided that we needed more workers, and the number one way to get more workers was to take over the Netherlands, because in our country, which says only people of our nationality and culture count as real people, the Dutch count as people too. And so we figured by incorporating them, we could industrialize Holland some more, and find a way to boost productivity in a big way. And this all went very well. We won the war handily. There were no problems at all, until there were problems. If you were here, you already know this problem. If you were not here, I will show you a clip now, and then I'll explain what happened in the clip, and that will be just fine. So let me go ahead and turn off this music here. Let me go ahead and turn on this music here by pushing this button. Good. All right, welcome, friends, to a clip from Resorty. We'll go full screen on this one. Okay. There's a way to fit this to window, correct? I know how to use buttons, I swear. Fit, order, transform, fit to screen. Boop. All right, very good. Here we go. Can we see if they're going to accept? They say they're going to accept, so we can propose a peace deal now. Let's wait until we finish winning this battle and destroy their capital. Just to remind them who's boss around here. 1 battalion remains. Well done to the general. 80 years old. Winning big anyway. Victory. We've captured... Okay, at this point I want to stop and say what's happened so far. We have humiliated the Dutch. We have won every single battle all the way to their capital. We control almost all of the Netherlands. As I mentioned a moment ago, our enemy is ready to accept a peace deal. Cool? Cool. Let's get back to it. 5 more provinces. Only the North's against us. I'm surprised they're not proposing a peace deal. White peace. White peace. Oh, video game. Video game, why are you so terrible, video game? Can we see if... That is the real question. The real question is, video game, why are you so terrible, video game? I would like to explain something that you might already know, but if not, this will help you in your playthroughs. So, the way that this usually works in a Paradox game is this. When you are done with a war, where is it? Yes, when you're done with a war, like right here, you click that button that my little mouse was heading towards, the one that says Propose Peace Deal. This enforces the war claims that you have chosen previously, namely, annex the Netherlands. Cool. Below that, you will see Set Terms to White Peace. This button is what you push to impose a white peace, which means we return to the status ante quem, right? The way things were before the war. In no other Paradox game do things work this way, where if you push Propose Peace Deal, it doesn't actually ask for anything. It just says, the war is over, cool? What you have to do is click this button here first. You have to say, yes, I would like to actually annex the Netherlands, which is what the whole war was fought over. I didn't do that. As you will see, we've been running our economy into the dirt. We've been trying very, very hard to spend all of our money to beat the Dutch. I then push this button, and the game says, cool, let's forget all of that. As we continue on... We're not proposing a peace deal. Okay. I have proposed the peace deal of you get to keep everything. It's known as a white peace. I am delighted to have won at this point. And then... White peace. Do you see how my face drops? I cannot fully express how awful I felt in that moment. All of our work is for nothing. Peace. White peace. Despair. That slapping sound is the sound of my head being bald and me striking myself in it. Oh, video game. Video game, why are you so terrible, video game? There you go. The real question, why are you so terrible, video game? That was yesterday's stream, and golly gosh, I thought we were having a fun time, and then we were just not having a fun time. So, let me go ahead and put away that clip. I hope you enjoyed seeing my pain and suffering from yesterday. Reload. We can't reload. We play on Iron Man in this family. So there was a discussion yesterday about should I go ahead and Alt F4 out of the game? Because when you quit the game, it leads to the save file being overwritten. So if I'd done like Control Delete, then we could have gone ahead and reloaded the game. But this felt like unsportsmanly conduct. So I'd like to point out right now a couple of quick things. At this point, we're approximately 1/4 of our maximum debt. I believe the nation of Belgium can have up to 13 million debt. We have around about 3 million right now. This will become relevant in just a moment for reasons you can probably guess already. But the war economy was not good for us. Things went very, very bad. Blankster, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Doug-Yo, good to see you too. Yeah, that's where things are from yesterday. We'll now bring up the game, and we'll have to make some apologies. Because the way I decided to deal with my feelings of frustration, sadness, and everything else was to attempt to fix the economy. You'll recall we were about 1/3 in debt. Now we are, if you see the top there, we are now 97% in debt. I tried really hard to fix the economy off stream yesterday. And I just made it worse over a very, very long time. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know how to fix it. I have a suggestion of how to fix it that we're gonna do, but it's been a horrible, horrible time in the playthrough. Because I believe I had set up absolutely everything for incorporating the Dutch and putting them to work right away. Without the Dutch incorporated, though, all those factories sit empty, no one is working. The people are radicalizing. We now have over 1 million of our population wanting to overthrow the old king. It is an absolute disaster. At this point, we're only losing a tiny, tiny bit of money each month without any construction being done. If we turn the construction back on, we then drop to like 120,000 in debt. It's a bit of a problem. So, yes, our solution thus needs to be to raise taxes. And I actually do not know if this will cause a revolution. It is the only way out of debt I can find right now. Yesterday evening, I spent like half an hour, 45 minutes attempting to fix the economy by bringing in more imports, by cheapening some things and making other things more expensive, and I just can't find a way to fix it. So, yeah. So one thing to say is, our artillery and ammunition are very cheap right now. They were very expensive for a while because we're at war, and I think that means you start consuming more and more and more of it. When previously I've tried to fix this by sending our artillery around the world, namely to China, they've suddenly become so very expensive. It just swings too hard. So I think we're going to send our artillery to Scandinavia, which should raise the price a little bit, but not too terribly much. We're closer then to normal. It's very good. Ammunition as well, we want to send a little bit out, not too much. The French will buy 135. As of right now, we have only about 80 open right now. Are my troops using opium? I believe I've already turned it off. So part of my attempt to fix the economy yesterday was to downgrade a bunch of buildings. Most notably, I downgraded all of the irrigation, because irrigation uses so many engines, and our engines are not being produced quite fast enough yet. I'd like to fix that today. You're going to hear me say, I'd like to fix that today a tremendous number of times. So, can we export a small amount? All right, artillery to the Prussians. Good to good. And then we have a whole bunch of extra clippers also. And who wants those? Gosh, the Chinese want 86 of them. We have more than enough for that. Cool. The Russians too. So one thing we haven't done yet is we haven't yet stepped up to making steel-based ships. We're still making plain old wooden ships, I believe, not steamers. Again, for steamers, you need more engines. We do not have engines in a good way right now. Okay. I'm going to unpause for just a moment, see how the economy works out. I will make sure, though, we've turned off opium. Yeah, we're merely doing wound dressing. No opium, no cloth at any of my stations. I'm still on using ammunition for my infantry. What am I using here? What does this arrow thing mean? Does it mean we're using different things at different places? Ah, so it does. We're going to step that back to stop using ammunition for a while also. Good. Here we have bicycle messengers we could do. That takes rubber, though. Right now, rubber is very expensive. We're trying to fix that, I promise. Okay. Let's let the game run for just a moment and see if things get fixed. If not, here comes taxation. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. So my real concern here is, even if we get positive by a little bit, it's going to take us such a long time to dig our way out of the hole I created. So let's check some things out. Number one, we can have more declared interest. We'll look at that in a moment. Number two, men of war and opium, both very, very pricey, no surprise. Number three, we have slightly too little taxation capacity in Wallonia. Wallonia is not currently in turmoil, However, we do have tumultuous colonies around the world. Surely raising taxes will not cause problems here. All right, we push the button. We immediately have a bunch more money and no pop-up about revolution. I promise once the economy is fixed, I will roll back. Yeah, I will roll back these taxes rather. Okay, no revolution right away. Everything is glorious. We have an extra interest. Where should we spend that? Because I believe we got a permanent settlement somewhere that is giving us an interest point back. Where would that have been? Probably Belgium South Island. So I think we get Oceania for free now. Is that true? I'm not sure. Anyway, what do we care about now? Places to import more opium would be very, very cool. So let's see who has opium for us to potentially go and buy. Find that over here. Nope. Over here. We still need more oil, more glass, more dyes. Yesterday we learned how to make synthetic dyes. We haven't done that quite yet. All right, friendly friend opium. Where could we get you from? Cindy. I'm guessing this is in India, probably? Just from name alone. Let's see, or Sind, possibly? Okay, where's this? There you are. We want to have an interest right here, then, so I can get more opium more cheaply. It seems like opium is the rarest of the items in the game. I haven't seen it develop anywhere other than where it started. Maybe there are more places, but I just haven't figured it out myself. So, I care about here right now. Hey, Ironfoot. Ironfoot Smooches, welcome to the channel. Does Victoria 3 have a good tutorial, or does it learn as you progress? It has a functional tutorial. It will tell you how to do the basic things. However, when you get out of the tutorial, there's still so many pages, so many buttons. So I think if you know other Paradox games, it's not as good of a tutorial as CK3, which really puts you in a good position to learn a lot. I think the tutorial is fine, but you'll need to learn a lot either by watching YouTube videos, by just playing the game yourself, or by asking a fair streamer. And I'm happy to answer any questions you got, but I'm still figuring it out too. Okay. So that's now in our interest. Does that give us access to cheaper opium? Boop. Oh, it hasn't turned online yet. Interests are not automatic. I always forget that. Run it for a little bit more. The economy remains unhealthy, allegedly. We've already cut wages to the military. We could cut them to the armed forces also. If we do that, the armed forces will become a little bit less happy with me by 2 points. As for another +8, so if they lose 2 points of happiness, nothing really changes. We'll only save 4,000 money doing this. I think that's okay. Opium may be fixed as starting provinces. So what I've heard is that every resource in the game is actually in a fixed location. Just some are hidden as the game begins, and others are available as the game begins. And so I think you can like find rubber as time goes by, but you can't find more opium, unfortunately. Too bad. Okay, I'm just going to leave it as is for a while, and we'll see what happens. Now, we just went from 44,000 up to only 11,000 up. Anyway, we are paying off our credit card. We are going to make another attempt at incorporating the Dutch eventually. Just I need to have a much stronger economy before that happens. Yesterday, we spent a tremendous amount of time trying to find unemployed people to put to work. Gold has been found in Chile. So I'm interested in taking Chilean gold eventually. Just as of right now, we're too busy colonizing down this way. If I try to put more people to work, that will require me to build more buildings. And thus far, we have not done that. So one thing we could do is turn off some of our universities. Because right now we have 123 innovation points each week. This is close to our cap, but not at the very top. I do want to finish more and more technological innovation. Yesterday, during the try to fix the economy phase of the stream, we actually finished unlocking anti-malarials, which is a huge thing we've been going for such a long time. Yeah, down here. So because of that, we have the ability to colonize much, much more quickly in the super ultra malarial zone down here. This no longer affects us. So hopefully our colonization attempts in places like this will go much, much faster. Previously, the colonization took, I don't know, is it like 3,000, 6,000 days? A huge, huge period of time. Now that said, our friends the French have come to visit us down here. Not a big fan of that at all. So earlier, our friends the Dutch had taken some land here. We've incorporated that into ourselves, but the French might be a bigger problem. For right now, we're genial. We're getting along just fine, but there's probably not enough room down here for both of us. But we'll see. I'm going to keep the game speed just slightly. French New England interest. Now, I'll be curious to see if anyone ever attacks the US of A. So far, the US of A has been attacking folks over here. France and the US have a bunch of colonies, the British too. We are staying out of this ourselves. But we'll see. One thing I couldn't figure out yesterday is my states that are in turmoil. We got to fix Wallonia especially. But the states in turmoil, I don't fully understand why they're in turmoil. I see the effects of turmoil, namely there are a bunch of radicals there, but when you mouse over, it doesn't tell you why. Even if you go here or here. Like, you can work your way backwards on it by saying, radicalization happens when standard of living is dropping or when there's discrimination. I think standard of living has been going up absolutely everywhere in my empire. So it's instead discrimination. And yes, indeed, we have definitely discriminated against a whole bunch of people around the world. So I'm not sure I can fix that except by getting the Pinkertons out. So in the Solomon Islands here, if we right-click, we have the ability to do, where is it? Violence suppression. So violence suppression here will kill some folks, but it will fix the turmoil penalties. It will not stop turmoil. It just stops the negative effects of it. So, I don't know. I don't know. If we engage in cultural assimilation, does that then stop discrimination? I think our discrimination works based on either culture or nationality. Ethnicity. As long as you have one or the other under control, I believe it's the case that the people count as being properly Belgian. So let's look into assimilation real quick and see if I can make us love these people more. Hello, Jock Bjorn! You glad you found my channel? I've become your favorite streamer currently. That's very kind of you, thank you. I hope that continues for at least a few more days. It's good to have you here. Thank you for the nice words. This early in the morning, it really lifts my spirits. Hello, Danny, welcome on in. Alright, I think this might be the solution in the long term, is to find a way to incorporate people into our culture. I want to check the law, though, and make sure I do understand it correctly. So, where's my we believe in discrimination? There it is. Okay. Cultures are accepted if they share a heritage cultural trait. So I think that means if they've come from the same like mother culture as ourselves. Got it. Or they share a cultural trait which is not a heritage cultural trait with the Flemish and the Wallonian of Belgium. So what is a cultural trait? Dominant language and from which part of the world it originates. The similarity between these, combined with the country's current citizenship law, determines whether a population is discriminated against. So you don't have to originate from the same place. This is originating from the same place. The second one has to have a cultural trait that is not coming from the same place. So presumably speaking the same language will do it. Now, how do I determine what language people are speaking? I believe the population page does that. And so the places currently in revolt: Solomon Islands, South Cameroon, Tonga, and Wallonia. Wallonia is the big issue because they are allegedly people like us. So let's go to Wallonia. So many pages. See their population. So nobody wants to be in Wallonia because of the political turmoil. Fine. The people who are here are Catholic and Wallonia. Wallonians are not discriminated against here. They're accepted fully. Good. Are there any people here who are discriminated against? No, these things here show that they're accepted populations. Ah, the North German folk are discriminated against. So how do we make North German culture accepted? Other than by changing the law, of course. The Dutch! Wait, we treat the Dutch poorly? Oh, we treat Protestants poorly. Oh. So, that you're Dutch is cool. That you're Protestant, not okay. I gotta find a way to convert these people to the one true faith. That would help a whole bunch. Or make them no longer North German. Or change the law. So let's learn about all those things real quick. So number one, if we wanted to junk the state religion, people actually prefer the state religion right now. The clout of the world, both the trade unionists and the church itself want me to maintain state religion. I want this in particular to keep my authority high, to say that God is on my side. Yeah, either of these will lose our authority, and that's unfortunate. So, can I use assimilation to bring people to the true faith? Where is it? Where's assimilation? Does not exist here? Or am I missing it? Oh, it's called national values. There we go. Yeah, so it doubles the rate of assimilation and conversion. So foreign pop's culture becomes accepted, may assimilate into the country's primary cultures, and they might well join the correct religion. So this is the button I need. Now, as you see, we already have two other buttons functioning here, and so I don't have authority to fix this. Road maintenance is currently functioning in Wallonia and Flanders both. I would like to get rid of one of those. We could also stop suppressing the trade unionists. Temporarily, I'm going to do this. This is going to cause the trade unionists to get more and more people on their side. They're going to become more and more powerful, etc. But fixing the economy is more important than keeping them down, I believe. Okay, good. So next up, Wallonia would like to help you become like us. Hopefully that helps. The other places with problems: Solomon Islands, South Cameroon, Tonga. Now, some of these have very minimal populations, 70,000 there, and 1.4 million. South Cameroon's our very first colony. We do want to fix this one for sure. Tonga, 60,000 people, and Wallonia, huge. So South Cameroon I need to fix also. And that is down here. We're going to try to promote national values there also. I don't know how long this will take, but hopefully it will help. Good. We have low market access in 3 of our minor colonies. I believe I am building ports in each of them. We've built railways. Now, they're non-functional for want of workers right now. But when they're functional, this will fix the problem in Ubangi Shari. Where on earth is this? Ubangi Shari. Okay, it's one of our more inland states here. And then Eastern New Guinea. I believe we've also built things here. They just need to find workers. Yep, a whole bunch of ports. That'll be fine eventually. And then Patagonia, once again, will be fine, just need workers. So a lot of these problems get solved just by letting time run along rather. And getting more and more populace showing up. Good. How's it going, Buachi? Welcome to the channel. Hello to you and one and all. Also, what's this war here? In Indonesia, there's a war between the Belungens and the Belungan aristocratic revolts. One side has one dude, the other side has literally nobody. However, they're being supported by Brunei, and Brunei has 3 soldiers, so best of luck to you all. It's in part of the world we don't especially care about, except for the Dutch East India Company cares about this quite a bit, and they are currently our subordinate. The money is going up. The money has come down again. And we've gone over top on bureaucracy because the petite bourgeoisie is no longer pro-resorty all the way. And the issue here is definitely that I have... Yeah, definitely that I've rolled back government wages. If we were to increase government wages back to normal, it would take 37,000 more money. I can't do that. So we need to get some more bureaucracy back. We'll be getting bureaucracy back as our various colonial government administrations turn online. Like this one in particular has no one working there. It's just an interesting looking building, the end. And yeah, so for right now, we could maybe stop some trade routes. This one especially. Huh. Though it was inefficient, apparently we're making money on it. Oh, man. Alright. So, though we have a bunch of excess steel and excess fabric, I need those both for governmental work. So we do want to keep those. Clothing. We get a little bit of clothing from the French. Porcelain, some from Austria. Paper is used for the state. Oh, again, I shouldn't have been adding trade routes while negative on bureaucracy. And, oh, being negative on bureaucracy lowers your taxes. So that's why our money fell so fast. Fixing this problem is more important than fixing the trade situation. So I want to get rid of what I just created, I think. Dye is really, really pricey. We're not intentionally sending it anywhere. In fact, we're trying to protect it for ourselves. However, we have the cheapest dye in the world, I believe. You know, it's very expensive. Keeping groceries would help with people's stuff. People's stuff, indeed. Prices for consumers. Glass, we're not intentionally sending out. I'm looking for anything that is not especially productive. Yeah, +5, +2. We don't need those. I'm going to stop all liquor export for a little bit. Where'd they go? Yeah, I wish the UI wouldn't pop away when you remove something. Where'd they go? Yeah, here. So if I click again, watch how it pops away. Boop. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I don't know. Alright, so having fixed that, we're still low on bureaucracy. And what else is real pricey I could fix? Oil's pretty expensive. We're not intentionally sending it out. We are importing clothes. I want to continue doing that. We're exporting fine art. Let's stop those. They're not making huge money. It'd be so great if there was a page where I could see all the trade routes in order by productivity and overall value. Is there a way to make this a little bit clearer and easier to read? It'd be very, very helpful. Almost there. And we'll see once again, does this collapse the economy by stopping the imports? We're paused on bureaucracy. That should fix the tax situation. Am I gonna have to raise taxes again to get out of this hole? No. Yeah, I never quite know how long I should watch the effects of modification to the market. We were positive on cash at one point. If we just get the petite bourgeoisie to love us again, that'd be helpful. But we're circling the drain again. My population is still coming in. Hey, there we go. Went positive. So it's now oscillating between positive and negative. As more people come in, we'll be in better and better shape. Maybe. Maybe. Hey, we're going to top speed for just a moment and let the economy grow. The wild swings, the wild swings. Something's happened here. A mining accident. A mine shaft has collapsed yet again. Someone has died in there. We could say it's a small price for the march of industry. This radicalizes more people in Wallonia. Or we instead radicalize the upper class or radicalize the middle class. I'm going to radicalize the upper class because there's so few of them. No revolution, very good. I love watching this graph here. Like, things were going very, very well. That slight period of having a positive balance was just before I began the war against the Dutch. And then I don't understand the nonsense happening in the past, like, year or so. It's just confusing to me. A brazen expedition. What fine music. A French expedition in Congo has encountered our own troops, suggesting their colonial ambitions in the region are in conflict with our own. Oh, the French. I misread that as our expedition has met our troops, and I was very confused. It was not remotely a hostile encounter. On the contrary, they seemed quite happy to meet some other people in, well, I suppose you could call it the same business. Business! Ah! Have they forgotten their soldiers? Do they believe the colonization of the African continent is a collaborative effort? If our armies meeting on contested territory does not constitute a hostile encounter, our diplomats over in Paris shall have to be twice as hostile to make up for it. So this is something I was worried about a bit ago, is that France is indeed trying to colonize the same territory we are here, and eventually this will cause big problems. So I could say you must turn back. If we do this, we gain some infamy and make some people in Europe pretty unhappy. Let's go check and see how Europe's looking in terms of diplomacy right now. Okay, most people love us quite a bit. So even though we have a lower relationship, it won't be the end of our love from everyone nearby. On the other hand, we could say there's more than enough land for all of us here. We lose some prestige. It's 10 points, is that correct? Yeah, 10 points of prestige for 5 years. As of right now, our prestige is 724. Losing 10 does not drop us behind Scandinavia. That said, actually, Scandinavia is currently climbing past the Raj, and so they will become a great power, and the Raj will stay out of the great power rankings. So we can lose 10 prestige with no problems at all. What's the positive for this one? Literally nothing. So no actual advantages here. We will back down for now, because France is still terrifying to me with their, on about 1,000 troops. There's no way we can ever fight them. We'd have to hope that Britain helps us. We might even still lose. There's some unemployed people, but they are finding jobs as time goes by. Good. I'd like to go through and look at all of my different goods and see if I can fix anything here. We can't increase trade routes at all. Are we getting more bureaucracy from Belgian Congo yet? No, unfortunately not. Also, we're seeing that the French are trying to just take more land here by force. Thus far, we haven't actively attacked any of these. I'd like to, but I can't afford it, certainly. Yeah, maybe someday. Maybe someday. With that said, we have the Scramble for Africa quest happening right now. To do this, we either need to have 7 unincorporated states here, or we need to have an incorporated state in Africa, and then we fail. We currently have how many unincorporated states in Africa? Cameroon is 1. Kanak is not 1. We might only have South Cameroon. And then some of these other ones, like the Congo, will be ours eventually. But, yeah. And then Dutch Gabon here, I believe, is not counted as ours because it belongs to our puppet. Gabon, though, is up here, so that will incorporate or become unincorporated at some point. Hopefully we win the Scramble for Africa. But first, the economy. What is far too pricey? Tools again. I believe we stopped importing tools earlier. And so everything's very pricey. If I try to import some, we can bring in 1,860 with no convoys. That's amazing. And that doesn't consume bureaucracy, I believe, because it's overland. Or maybe a trade union. Either way, that should cheapen tools, which should... I give up. I absolutely give up, my friends. I was gonna say that shouldn't cheapen tools, which should allow the manufacturers who use tools to buy them more freely, but... I don't understand the economy. This game's an economy simulator. I just push buttons and hope for the best. Alright, so we're very, very close to reaching our maximum credit card, and Alright, so what can I do to hopefully fix this? We're spending a decent amount on paper and clippers, but not a crazy amount. What are we spending a crazy amount on? I mean, obviously government wages. If we turn off... Okay, can I turn off universities? I would hate to slow our technology progress, but I'd hate to run out of money more than that. So let's see. ¿Dónde está universities? We have 54 of them. That may be a mistake. Okay, can I unconstruct them? Fired individuals will become radicals. That's fine. As much as I like having universities in all of my colonies, this is definitely going to fix the economy. And other lies we tell ourselves. So any colony with more than 1 university, we're turning off now. That's down to 1. Yes. I tried to spike my technology too quickly, and that's a big drag on the economy. Hello, Pepper. Happy Thanksgiving, Pepper. Hope you had a very good time with your family, and enjoying the turkey and such. All right, turning those off. The economy has been healed. Hallelujah. Maybe. You escaped the family back home, nice. There's no need for that many universities. So yesterday, people in chat were saying you want as many universities as possible so that you can get your technology as high as possible so you can unlock new technology more quickly. Maybe that's false. Firing people hurts the economy because they have less money to spend. This then damages tax revenue. I don't doubt this, except I believe in the colonies, I believe in the colonies, the universities are not yet staffed. Let's make sure that's true. Oh, goodness. Put them all in one place for efficiency cap. I agree. Unfortunately, this is me being a little roleplay-y. I like the idea of us offering education to absolutely everyone. Like, this seems important and nice to me, but maybe it's just not. We're going to look through the colonies and see, are there universities with no people working in them? They're all filled up. Why is the chemical plant not working? People want more money. But as you see there, the engineers be hired on at 25. The capitals we get hired on at 80. So they want double the money. Yeah, double the money they're being offered right now to work. How do I fix that? I mean, I'm guessing subsidizing would do it, but there are people available for working. They just won't work at the wages we're offering. So how do we increase their money availability for wages? Like, they are getting more money coming in. They're just refusing to pass it along to the workers. If I subsidize, how much money would it be? Only 500 money. That doubles the annual wage. Now, is it a good idea to do this temporarily until they can get up and going? I will help, and hope that helping improves the economy more too. It did, possibly? It did not, possibly? I have no idea. So I keep imagining that there's some anarchism. We know what anarchism, how exciting. I keep imagining there's some one magic button to fix that will resolve everything. Like, if I just find one button to push, we'll be fine. I think I may have, like, more fundamental issues in the economy that they're not going to be fixed by pushing buttons. Alright, subsidies go back off. I'm just going to continue destroying universities. That is the only thing that's helped us so far. We're going to lose universities everywhere but the capital and Wallonia, I believe. Sorry, friends. Happy unemployment to you all. Go work in the fields if you would. I was told that having universities allows people to change jobs more quickly. I don't know if that's true, but that's why I built so many, was the thought that people would then change their jobs and get the qualifications they needed. Alright, with all that, we're good and positive again. What else do we spend money on? The ports, the government administration, the construction sector. Hello! Constant Dumont, leader of the trade unions, and a well-known opponent of global slave trade, argues colonial ambitions in Gabon should be leveraged towards ending the practice on the continent. So as of right now, we are not engaged in slavery because none of our people want slavery, and so I can't pass that law. Ending slavery within our own borders is a meager victory in the grand perspective of human history. As long as there are countries in the world willing to sell slaves, there'll be countries willing to buy them. Yeah, me. And vice versa. The concept must be stamped out wherever it's found, so that eventually it can be stamped out of the human soul itself. Alright, of course I'm on board with the trade unionists wanting to end slavery. However, we must end slavery everywhere. If we do this, our colonies build faster. The trade unionists get a little happier. They'll still be unhappy enough that we're having bad construction. Or I could say, we'll try someday, right? We'll work on diplomacy. Or we can say, local slave trade's a good source of workforce. The trade unions get even less happy. Alright, slavery is not legal. However, we're now involved in it. The Rogue Imperialist. A patriotic explorer and the partisan of the intelligentsia has been serving land in Africa, signing treaties with local leaders on behalf of the nation. But Belgium has already established a presence there. If the explorers claim to recognize, Belgium will be furious with us. It's not that I don't understand things. It's not that Are we having a split personality right now? Belgium is here. Belgium will be furious with us. We are Belgium. This man is a maniac. We're trying to play a careful, delicate game over here, and that man is to upturn the table and cause a headache for us all. And for what? The nation? Please. Does that man not realize the damage he's doing? We accept the claim on Belgian Ubangi Cherie. We upset Belgium. If we do this, we gain infamy, and we make Belgium angry. Or we reject the explorer and make the armed forces angry. Nonetheless, Belgium gains infamy. So this definitely is Belgium making a play on Belgium. Dear paradox indeed. If I've set the... who is it? Intelligentsia, -2. This will take us to losing prestige on the world stage. Also -2 to the military. We'll then lose the military technology in cheapening. We're not using that right now, but it's still nice to have. On the other hand, I can get +2 in both of them. 14 infamy. I believe we're at 0 infamy right now. Is that true? Yeah. Alright, I will accept the claim, even though this makes no sense at all. Good. So how does diplomacy in the world look? Everyone's still cool with us, despite the fact that I'm going to war against myself. Excellent. Wallonia continues being in turmoil, despite the fact I'm trying to convert the populace to my side. Belgian Ubangi Sharia is very low market access. I can't fix that because I can't do any building. We can get rid of these trade routes. Did my infamy drop 14? I think it raised 14. Yeah, so we are at 14 issue right now, 14 infamy right now. It will decay gradually. It's fine. But that's very, very strange. Very, very buggy. Hope that gets fixed soon. There's gold in Arcania, still in Chile. So Chile is finding all the gold in the world down there. Okay, I'm considering rolling back more things here. Like, going from mobile artillery back to merely cannon artillery. Because as of right now, our artillery... No, it's not. Never mind. Rolling back ammunition instead, which is on this one, I believe. Yeah, and going to just simple small arms. And hoping we don't get attacked. While we fix the economy, we swear. Hey, we know about the monitor. So we're still using little sail ships, but at least we understand the concept of having a fancy steel navy. Alright, we've paid off a little more credit card debt. We were at 12.1 million before. Now it is slightly better. I'll just let the game run. Everything is fine. Everything is glorious. No problems at all. Is Wallonia increasingly in turmoil? They're at 27%. I think last time we looked, they're at 40%. So I believe it is the case that this is getting fixed. I believe. Once again, the trade unionists are insisting we must stop slavery. Once again, we say, more slavery, more good. I do wonder if there's a law I could pass that would... Holy cow! So, not that I want to say that slavery is the path to salvation. However, importing more slavery there just jumped our economy from 10 to 31. It was in the Belgian Congo, so I believe we just got a bunch more rubber. Is that true? The price of rubber used to be very, very high. The price of rubber is now... I don't see it, so it's probably middling somewhere. Please don't clip this. Thank goodness for slavery. No one is buying fine art. Really? Not even the upper class? Okay, so fine art is wicked cheap. It is a need. I don't know. Maybe they just can't afford it. So maybe other things are too expensive for the upper class to afford. And maybe they're spending all their money on opium instead of on fine art. Can we export it? No. Nobody wants my fine art. What happened? So at some point we were the #1 producer of fine art in the world. This is no longer true. This is no longer true. I'm guessing then that my art building is not actually producing any art. Yes, that is correct. Why not? Because for some reason, all of the artists stopped working. Is that because the price of art has collapsed? Everything is a reasonable price here, but we have none available. Is there not enough paper or tools for this place to work? Paper is not super expensive. Tools are also not super expensive. Why is the Art Academy turned off? I had a trade route for art that ended. But why do we have none then? Like, I think if the trade route ended, they would still be producing art for local consumption. It does well when I export the art. But as right now, I have no way of exporting anything. Hey, we have gold! We're not using gold for anything. Okay, we can't export gold. What's it used for? So the East Indies are giving us gold. Cool. Does gold just, like, hang out? Maybe we'll use it to make transistors eventually or something. I have no idea. Oh, boy. Maybe it's worth tearing down the Arts Academy if it's not going to produce any arts at all. Mission to Africa. A group of Christian missionaries want to bring the salvation of the Gospels to the colony in Belgian Ubangi Sherry. I believe I want this because it'll probably incorporate them into our culture and stop turmoil. But I do not believe that everyone entitled to salvation. I do not believe that everyone entitled to salvation because I do not believe that everyone is entitled to salvation, paradox, because we must be free to reject it, but I do not believe everyone's entitled to the choice. Well, I do believe, sorry. So, not everybody gets salvation, but a choice for salvation. We must not, cannot, sit idle in Belgium while there are yet unenlightened heathens in the world. If the colonial product is truly a moral one, it must be, then surely all moral instruction must begin with this choice. Alright. The Catholic Church gets a little stronger. They're currently marginalized. So much more conversion. However, the locals are unhappy. That's fine. Yeah, definitely fine. More conversion, more good. Okay, despite me changing absolutely nothing, the economy appears to be healing itself. I'd like to let this ride until we are... until we're at only 10 million in debt. Can-do attitude. Soldiers are complaining they have no way to open canned food. It took until 1870, but here it is, the best quest in the game. They have cans of food. How do they get into them? They can't use their bayonets. Alright, so we can spend 8,000 money for 5 years to get can openers. If I don't do that, the armed forces gets a little crankier with me. So I really do wonder if there's anything positive that comes out of can opener creation, other than just, like, you don't lose these 2 points of happiness. They'll figure it out. Gotta save the money. But imagine if we could export can openers. It'd be glorious. Turmoil in Wallonia is gone, thank goodness. Hello? Intellectuals from Bobangi are visiting the capital, arguing the case their home country is far more civilized than they got to be, and that our colonial designs in them are unjustified. I should be sympathetic to this. I am not sympathetic for this at all. It's quite baffling, I must say, to hear you speak of being robbed when Belgium brings you the greatest gift of all. The gift of civilization. The Babangi gentleman leaned in and responded bitterly. I've seen the ships that arrive at our shores, and I've seen the ships that leave. The civilization you're bringing must be very light, but the price we pay for it seems to be quite heavy indeed. Alright, all affectations and lies, send them away. Intelligentsia hates this, trade unions hate this. Or, maybe we should hear their perspectives. Stop colonization. No, of course not. Tell me of the Babangi. They have no military. Their land already belongs to me, they just don't know it. Hey, Virtue. I should buy a top hat. It fit me nicely. I used to have a top hat I wore on stream, but this unfortunately has gone the way of all good things. Okay, the price of fine art just dropped again. Can I send it out yet? We have one fine art being created. And nobody wants it for good money right now. This would help the Art Academy get more money, and that'd probably help them to build more. So I will lose money at the national level to try to support the Art Academy. Fine. Fine. Our standard of living is all the way up to 23.2. I want to continue increasing this, but as of right now, there are too many other problems. What else could help with some exporting? We sure do want opium. Does opium help with quality of life? It helps with meeting desires. Are meeting desires and like raising quality of life the same thing? Can one have the good life while also living a life of pure addiction? I don't know. Once again, we've met the French in Gabon. Once again, I will drop my prestige just to stop fighting the French. Cool. Cool. Only negative 11,000, or 11 million rather. Let's get some suggestions here. So, now that Wallonia is no longer in turmoil, is that true? Wallonia is no longer in turmoil at all. They're having problems with taxation. We'd like to fix that. But we can turn off the help these people become proper people again. Great. Now, Luxembourg here is in turmoil. Now, Luxembourg belongs to the Dutch directly, so I can't do anything there other than taking them over at some point. Good. We now have enough points back that we can use our authority to incorporate more folks. So, South Cameroon's a big nation. I believe I may have already started spreading values there. I have. Promoting social mobility gives access to more education and improves qualifications. Are they currently struggling to find people with good qualifications? No, they're struggling to find people who are willing to work for low money. Unfortunate. What's up with the banana plantations? These aren't really producing anything. Railroads, so cheap. Fruit, more expensive. It's the issue of supply and demand playing out live on your screen. I could subsidize that to help, perhaps. I wonder a button to insist that people work for cheaper money. The state's out of population, you think that's what it is? I mean, all the states are out of population for sure. But it appears to say the issue is not lack of population, but instead people are unwilling to work for cheap wages. Is that because there's not enough competition on the on the market. There are too many laborers, or too few laborers for all the jobs. That's probably it. It'll get worked out. Just keep having babies, please. Okay. Mission to Africa. Christian missionaries once again want to go to the south and help us. Go wild. Alright. We are trying to stop there. Solomon Islands. How much turmoil do you have? Only 36. That's fine. Let's get you converted to the true faith. Good. People want a police force. I want to go and check the laws and see what might want to change at all. Anything that's kind of unpopular, like state religion. Yeah, it's not a huge interest in changing the law on this. We'll stay with state religion for RP reasons. There's quite a bit of interest in moving to... No, there's not, actually. Most popular right now is elected bureaucrats. We already have professional army. We have the National Guard. We could move down to agrarianism. That wouldn't help at all. Laissez-faire might help, but the government does not want it. We'd get more money if we moved to proportional taxation by 113,000, but not popular, unfortunately. And the other kinds of taxation here don't help us money-wise. We have no police currently. People want a police force. What happens if we do that? More bureaucracy cost. Decrease the turmoil. Yeah. Yeah, people want this. No one's really opposed to the idea of having a proper police force. Let's do it. That should pass pretty quickly, I think. This has led to some very nice changes. Everyone is so pleased with that choice. So number one, our loans are so much cheaper. So we're only paying now $8,000 in interest. We were definitely over $10,000 before. This is healing the economy. Number two, the armed forces give us stronger power. Soon we will destroy the Dutch, and that will be glorious. Good law selection. Very happy with that. Also, France and the British are fighting in Africa. That's fun to see. A peace treaty. What was this? So Mexico and the USA fought. Alright, so Mexico had taken over down here. Is that right? Huh. What a mess. What a mess indeed. Yeah, it's border gore everywhere. This game is not an attractive one. Also, the war in Prussia continues yet again. This war in Prussia has been going on for literally, I don't know how long now. A stupid amount of time, and they just can't stop it. 70-some million dollars spent on both sides. France is stuck in a forever war. Prussia's in a forever war. This is all very good for us. Good. Alright, insubordinate jingoist. An officer in the colonies has intentionally provoked a confrontation with Dar al-Qudi. Hey there, Cutie. Despite instructions to keep the peace, we gotta save face by going along with the plot, attacking Dar al-Qudi, or recall him, admit we lost control situation, and upset the jingoists. So I suspect we're going to be attacking Dar al-Qudi. Yeah, they got 3 dudes. So where is this exactly? We have a border. We have 7 dudes hanging out here. There are 3 dudes. This should be fine. Alright. Mission for war. War has broken out. All of us. All of them. To arms. Our troops are already on the front. We don't even need to really conscript here. We have no general though. So we're going to move this general to the front. He's on the way. He's on the way. I've considered doing more and more war down here just to get all the states incorporated, so we can do our Scramble for Africa fun. I think the reason I haven't is fear that this costs me too much money. But I wonder if it is the case that being at war doesn't actually affect one's economy at all. Alright, already pushing forward. Please just surrender. I'm surprised they didn't immediately back down. The game has started to lag more and more, unfortunately. More missions to Africa. Awesome. Only one front right now. It's going well for us. A bunch of neutralities popping up. This is not me, but China is currently fighting against the Lanfangen Peasant Revolt. Cool. Hey, Double XO. What version of this game did I purchase? The more expensive one. I suspect if I'd asked Paradox for a copy of the game, they would have given it to me. But since I didn't play when the game first came out, I decided to instead just buy it myself. I got the more expensive one, though, because I intend to play all of the DLC as more and more comes out. But yeah. Fronts are looking great. Please win. Please win. Are we good? Are we good? And the war already. Alright, this time we push the buttons. We annex. They're unwilling to support this. Why not? Short duration of the war is a big issue. Alright. Zoom if we hold literally everything, we'll be fine. Alright, will you surrender now? So you have to sit in the war even though we control literally everything? That's strange. I'm used to CK3 where you can very, very quickly end wars that you've won decisively. So I guess let's have our commanders hold the front then. Though they have no troops. Weird. We'll check on that again in a little bit. Low market access. Yeah, place will fix eventually. Their war support does tick down. Strange. Flanders needs more taxes. Can I do that via decree, or do I have to instead actually build more taxation stuff? Actually, gotta build more. So taxation is done via the governmental building, correct? It is. We're going to turn on the construction sector in just a moment here, I promise. And I think I saw that we're also supporting road maintenance here, which means we're struggling on infrastructure there as well. So I would also like to build probably just a railroad. We can make one more port also, and one more railroad also. Okay, so those need to go to the top of the heap. I'd like these four to get finished. Because I think Wallonia has... No, Wallonia has no access problems right now, though we're also trying to fix their roads. But turning both of those off would be very, very cool. Alright, construction. How bad is it going to be? Online. From positive 17. It's got to go down. Wait, I did turn it on, right? So I'm expecting it to go to like negative 100. Oh, so as right now we're spending a huge amount out of the investment pool, which has been building up as time gone by. So once we run out the investment pool very soon, then we will go very, very negative. But cool. Cool. In that time, though, we have finished some of our issues. The taxation capacity should be fixed in Flanders once that fills up. Wait, no, we didn't build that. What did we build? Oh yeah, a railway in Wallonia. So Wallonia here is now going to be better. It's... I thought, hey, capitulation! Mission accomplished! We have taken over Dar al-Cutie. We have the cuties now. Boom! Just like that. So does this count as being another unincorporated state right away? Or it's still a colony that's expanding. What's it called? Ubangi Shari. Yes, it counts as being unincorporated territory. That's good. I wish we could see how many we have right now. Yeah, we just need to get more. An important question. The Vabangi are here again. Once again, they're pretty well convinced that they are more civilized than we think they are. Unfortunately not. It's just not true. Number 2. We discovered our rivals in Scandinavia have been arming the cuties. It's likely to impede our efforts to conquer the region. The Cutian natives have never welcomed our presence. Without the means to mount a truly effective resistance, we've paid little heed to them. The addition of the accursed Scandinavians comes with frightening possibilities we must face on equal terms. I believe we've already defeated them, so... if they want to fight, they get a fight. The cuties like Scandinavia, we hate them. That's alright. At this point, I'm not terribly concerned about Scandinavia. Should we just continue fighting forward here? Why can't I attack Babangi? I'm allowed to colonize Bengala. Are we already colonizing this? The right click, it does nothing. Presumably we're already going to colonize that, I guess. This one, though, we can attack directly. They have only 12 dudes. Let's colonize. Oh yeah, I don't want to colonize, I want to attack. I can't do duplicate with unsettled states, right? So I have to attack Congo. The one that's here is actually a state. Right. Here we don't yet have a border, though, so I can't attack them. These instead just colonize slowly. Right. Right. But I can't attack Congo without a border, correct? Yeah, not yet. Wait, they love us. How do you love us? They're friendly. We're buddies. We have a navy. We have a very, very minimal navy, unfortunately. A good vintage. The wine produced in Wallonia has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. When people say that something ages like wine, they don't always make the distinction between wine and wine. So let me make that distinction. If you get your hands on a bottle from Wallonia, the bottle can be more than a good time. It's also an investment. Alright, we begin exporting Wallonian stuff, gaining more prestige. Or instead we boost production and get a whole bunch more wine. I like prestige, but how is wine looking? Must just be middling. Wait, did I scroll right past it? I don't see it, actually. Do we have no... There it is. Alright, so we are not quite producing enough what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and increase production. And that should then allow us to also maybe export some. I want to send more fine art out. Nobody wants it. Rousing speech for the public. The armed forces want to pass police force very soon. We could say that's great, or we could say that's great and we like the armed forces too. The armed forces are already on our side all the way. I don't want them to get huge, so sure. We are on board with a Nakmit chance, thank you. The French should want a lot of... So, I think I'm seeing that as Britain has sent all of their troops to take over French Africa, France has said, okay, we'll take the mainland. Oh, how's this war going for them? Tell me the story of this war, please. So apparently Britain is totally on board with ending this war. France though wants to continue it. Now, is there no war goal for the French? Yeah, I think what we're seeing is the only possible outcome here is Britain gets part of Africa, and they're having fun attacking Britain for no good reason. As of now, the French spent literally no money on it. That seems strange, but okay. I don't know. This game is weird sometimes. That's the story. Alright, hemorrhaging cash now, as expected. Alright, no other buttons there. Hello, we're losing our power rank. So something has occurred that's causing us to drop prestige. So part of it is I know I didn't take a prestige bonus. We could have gotten earlier by having fancy wine. But looks like Italy will overtake us. Is that true? No, Italy can't go any higher. Prussia can, though. So Prussia will pass us eventually. I'm guessing it's we're no longer, like, top producer of many things. Yeah, we had plus 90 before. We've just fallen behind on engines especially. We used to produce so many of those. Yeah, not accepting the colonial incidents with France is a further problem. So we may end up being merely a major power again pretty soon. Just want to finish building these things. While we're building these, we are still positive on cash. Great. Is money also flowing into the investment pool? No, all that is still going out for spending. That's fine, though. The US of A is looking like it wants to attack Carta. Donde está Carta? More Africa, more fun. More folks are in turmoil. Unproductive trade routes. Nobody wants my fine art, apparently. Okay. Anybody wants it? Anybody want some fine art? Not at a worthwhile price. Again, it may still be worth doing this just to keep the Art Academy functional. I don't know. Who's president of the US these days? Good question. Last time we looked was Henry Clay. It is now Matthew Washington. Are you like the great-grandson of old George there? And the intellectuals. They're infamous, taking over the world. What kind of person is Matthew Washington? A pious intelligentsia. One day a great commander. He's Dixie, though, because he's from Virginia, surely. Best of luck to y'all. More questions here. A French expedition in the Belgian Congo has once again met us. Okay. If I keep backing down on these, we keep losing prestige, we'll definitely not be a great power anymore. Octavius, thank you for the follow. Sim Games 2, good to see you today. You like my red tie? Thank you. Thank you. This is one of my brighter ties. For the moment, France is occupied in the war. However, as I said before, they've not spent any money in the war. So I suspect they could just come eat us. But I guess I don't know what colonial clash does. I haven't seen that yet myself. France, Great Britain both come to hate us a little bit more. We're all friendly, though. Okay, I'm not backing down this time. Hopefully we don't go to war with France. If we go to war with France, the game is over. Prussia's concerned about me because of my colonial ambitions. Let's try to make nice with them. We can't make nice with them right now because we're already still apparently friendly enough. Yeah, amicable, though cautious. France has met our demands. They've backed down their expansion into French Congo, giving us a claim on their colony. What? So we now have a claim on the French colony. They've ignored Britain taking their land. Could we just steal this real quick? Like, they'll definitely march into my capital. I can't stop them. I'm actually surprised that France backed down. Like, really and sincerely surprised. Wallonian taxes are a problem. We can fix that pretty easily. Building a new government administration building. I believe I can stop repairing the roads now. Not quite. Once these trains are done, we can do that. Okay. Maybe because they're fighting Britain. It's over now. The war's over now, it looks like. Britain took a little bit of this, I believe, and France is still massive. The United States is in Congo. What? What? No, this is not right. This is mistakes. So USA is taking a little bit of Congo. So too France, so too us. And then a bunch of unincorporated territories. We're the big power here still, but outrageous. Truly outrageous. So with all of the building done, money is going to the investment pool. This is us being flat on production, unfortunately. So this is all we got going. Is there a way I can continue fixing things? Rogue Imperialist. The trade unionists are in the American Congo. The US of A is here also. Do we want to accept that there are claims of our people in the US of A also? We claim the American Congo. The US gets big angry. We gain more infamy. Or we reject this. I'm saying the trade unionists and the armed forces. The armed forces will remain loyalist. I do not want to fight the Americans. Yeah, definitely no. Definitely no. So, we're good, thanks. Let's see if there's anything we can do trade-wise. Liquor and fabric could go out. Fine art, so cheap. Okay, are we protecting our dyes already? I'm fairly sure we are. If we're not, we definitely need to do so. We're already protecting our dyes. We just need to produce more dyes. We're looking at it in a second. What's expensive for me? Just the Man of Wars and the glass. So we can send paper out without harming ourselves, or fabric too. The fabric goes to France and to there. Good. Got a bunch of booze also. We are not importing any, so we will try to export some then. France wants booze. France wants so much booze. And on those, what kind of tariffs do I have? So booze and fabric, the two I just created. We're sending paper away. That's fine for right now, but we can get a little more money there. France is stealing my glass, unfortunately. We need to make more of that. Where is liquor? There it is. So we're protecting liquor right now. We have too much of it, so I actually want to send it out if I can. No, they also sent fabric out. So fabric right now we're just middle on. Really protecting, give us 12 more monies. 12 monies is not enough to care about though, so we'll leave that as. Oh, that's because the big export here is with someone we have a trade agreement with. Maybe good. I do wonder when our economy will no longer be unhealthy. Like, what do we have to do to fix that? It may be how much in debt we are. On the mouse over, does it tell us what the problem is? I think it's that we're using too much credit. I don't know how much is okay. Maybe it's once we're under 75%. The US of A has started more colonization in Gabon. That's up here now. So they are indeed pressing against us. I'd like to make more troops down here. Of course. Let's go ahead and look and see where there are unemployed people. So nobody in Flanders, nobody in Wallonia, some in South Cameroon. Are you actually employed, or are you just refusing to work? They are gradually hiring. I'm going to make a few more barracks here. That's going to destroy our economy for a moment. That's fine. Oh, goodness. Luckily, these build fairly quickly, so it'll just be a brief period of being way over budget. Now, the troops will also be a little expensive to support, but we should still be positive on cash. Where else are people who are unemployed? Tahiti has some peasants. Tahiti is close to full employment. Tahiti's at full employment, actually. Whaling stations, though, are not making any / much money. They are getting increased cash reserves, though, so they're fine. Make more of those because oil is still kind of expensive nationwide, or worldwide, rather. Vanuatu, very little available. A bunch in here. The railway is looking for qualifications. Dye is so expensive. That's correct, right? Dye is quite expensive. Yes. Dye and glass are the two to fix right now. Do we actually believe the economy is getting fixed here? Like, is it actually happening? Western New Guinea has no jobs either. Just a few more dye plantations. Patagonia is fully employed. The Congo also. Belgium, Equator appears to have no connection, actually. No infrastructure at all. So one of these, 3 more of those. Oh my goodness, fine art just spiked in price from 98 to 350. What on earth just changed there? One person wants it, and they haven't made any yet. I'll give us a few months and see if it fixes itself, but the wild swing on the price of art. Hey, rubber rushes! Alright, should we grow rubber where we are, or should we make it throughout the whole area? Whole area on that one. Belgian Equator, same thing. Same thing, awesome. Partisan papers. Party-affiliated newspapers have been proliferating during the election season. Publications associated with the Liberal Party are especially effective. Read all about it. Honest politicians attacked by shameless cowards. Leading candidate for office issues heartwarming appeal to the common man's heart. Man on campaign trail pets a puppy. Read all about it. Okay. So let's check the election and see who is winning. The Liberal Party's got some problems. They're going to lose the election in a huge, huge, huge way. We'd like to keep the Catholic Party in power, and yes, indeed, they are going to pull that off. So we could say, good job to the Liberal Party. We could say, paper mills get more production. Awesome. Or the state must limit the spreading of lies. This weakens the Liberal Party. They're already weak enough. Paper, thank you. Can research artificial dyes? So we actually have done that. I'm not sure if we're actually making any yet. But something we wanted to do yesterday, and I was struggling to find workers for it. Yeah, so synthetic dye plants are actually online, and they're filling up in employment gradually. This is just the problem of the playthrough. It's I don't have enough workers to run my economy. And this is why we want to take the Dutch over. Guess the pool's empty again. This is putting people to work who are currently on the sidelines. So I do want to finish all of these, and then we'll pause for a moment again. Also, it might be better to just make one of each thing in each place, because right now we're creating so many different kinds of jobs in the same place over and over again. I only love the Dutch for their bodies. I'm afraid it's true. Price of fine art has plummeted once more. Spread communism all over the world. We are definitely a fascist state. We don't know about fascism yet, but I guarantee we're embracing fascism at some point. This is not a good guy playthrough. We're not trying to liberate the peasants. We're trying to put them to work for the great machine that is us. Lots of bureaucracy again. Yeah, so finally, some of the colonial administrations have gone online. And so we can use that for more trade routes. Or more generals. Possibly trade routes. Got a lot of grain. The French want to buy all of my grain. That may be too much. So can we deal with 3,000 grain leaving us? No, we can't. We're actually negative on grain right now. So as much as people really want to buy it, we actually can't help that at all. I'm sorry to say. Chairs, though. Apparently good on chairs. Are we currently importing chairs or no? And France has already got some, and they want more. Crazy. I'm trying to make sure we're not importing chairs already. Fancy chairs, yes, but standard chairs, we are importing. We're getting money for doing that. Huh. Want to import even more? Sure. Tobacco. Sure. I'll let that run for a moment. Our quality of living has not changed at all today, I believe. What are the poor folks spending all their money on? Clothes. Yeah, clothes are still a big problem. The tobacco. Everybody wants tobacco. So we plus 20,000 once we stop constructing. We're still falling down the great power rank. How much longer do we have on that? 120 days. Yeah, I'm afraid it's not going to get fixed. The GDP falling flat, now like 20 years ago, has been the big issue. And again, I know the way to fix this. The way to fix this is just liberalize the marketplace, let more kinds of people not be discriminated against, have more immigration in. But I'm refusing to do that, and the lessons of history show us. Definitely not the best of calls. But can you imagine if we end up making Belgium for the Belgians and not having the economy collapse, how glorious it will be for those Belgians? Okay, positive some money. Cool. Cool. How's my economy this bad? It's a great question. It's a really great question. Do I have bad tax law? I mean, our tax law is where we started. Fix that in a moment. Our tax law is just wealth voting still. So if we could go to, not wealth voting, sorry. It is per capita. So if we could go to proportional taxation, we'd get so much more money. Unfortunately, nobody wants it who's in power. And so we're stuck with per capita taxation, which is fine. It's just not as nice as it could be. Let's check out our government. Who wants to be in power? Anybody especially? I think 83 is probably as high as we're going. Yeah. 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 So throw out the trade unionists. Throw out the liberals. There we go. Staying as is. This government's been in power for years and years and years. Sorry, liberals. Sorry. Nothing changes. Go, railroad, go. Economy's still unhealthy. So briefly we're down to 79% credit used. Now we're down to 84 again. Fabric's gotten expensive. Wasn't that just told to be a good idea to export fabric? Cursed video game. May France is taking too much of it. That should raise or return the price to a reasonable one. Glass is an issue still. What are we doing with glass? I believe we're only importing it. We are importing it from France. A message from Great Britain. They want a trade pact. I wish the game would calculate for us what the cost of this would be. So I move to the trade mode. Can we see what's happening here? So they're importing engines, opium. No, we're importing, sorry, engines, opium, fertilizer, and tobacco. They're importing nothing? There's not a reason not to do this, correct? Because currently they're not doing anything with our market. Alright, we'll see if this ruins the economy. So far, so okay. It's still turmoil in the minor powers. We have enough authority to stop one of these. So, Solomon Islands. I would like you to stop being tumultuous, please. Oh, we're already doing that, actually. Alright, somebody else then. Who else wants to stop being tumultuous? Vanuatu, tell me your story. Yes. Have I integrated North Belgium yet? So we did... We fought the war for it. Unfortunately, I pushed the wrong button and white pieced out of it. And so I've been staying at peace right now until I can fix the economy. I guess we could just go to war and see what happens. But yeah, unfortunately I screwed it up last time. And that was very, very annoying. It's a real shame. The white piece button is too appealing in this game. There are 9,000 unemployed people. You want me to unify the lowlands? I want that also. I very much want that. I just don't know how money works at war. And we don't have enough cap on the credit card right now to mess around with it. High tensions with lots of people Or tribal, that's fine. Can I form a nation? No, we looked yesterday and it was not possible. Despite not enjoying full rights under Belgian law, some wealthier Ashkenazi people have begun moving into our neighborhoods and frequenting establishments that normally they'd be excluded in. If we want our children to have a future, this is where we should raise them. I want them to live somewhere safe. She crossed her arm. Have you seen the looks we get? When people talk about safe, they don't mean safe for us. They mean safe from us. Oh boy, the question of discrimination comes home. We need new regulations to keep the peace. We move to enforced segregation instead of our, whatever we are these days. Or they earn their success with all it entails. So the church gets crankier, so too does the PB. The PB can deal with being crankier. Welcome in, Ashkenazi folks. Chem Story, thank you for the resub. It's good seeing you. How's it going, my friend? And Farinanthus, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm happy for a functional economy. Alright, let's check our capital region. No unemployment. Wallonia. Some unemployment. It is hiring people. A capitalist was fired. And so now it's non-functional. Are they migrating out of the state, maybe? No, population is in fact going up. Logging camps are filling as well. We have indeed lost our great power rank. So we need to lose some interests. I want to keep the interest in North India, because I'm getting opium from there. We can lose our colonial interests without losing our colonies. We'll get them back someday, though. So, month of 3, that's all. Dump New England. Bring Northern India back online. Hey, Butor, thanks for the follow. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Anybody that can tack down here yet? All the ones we share a border with are already colonizing, I believe. Yeah, nobody's green here and so colonizable, unfortunately. Wait, why is this showing up as being potentially colonizable? I don't know why. I mean, I understand it's not controlled land, but I'm confused why we get that. Hey, we have a dedicated police force. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. So radicalization will stop being quite the thorn in our side, except for the part where the rural folk are angry. Oh well. No actual revolution, no problems. So, police force. We can go all the way up to police force level 5. If we do that, it's going to cost a bunch of bureaucracy to get there. But sure thing, let's do it. We can also increase the healthcare system. And with all those improvements, we're not heading to the bureaucracy hole. I do wonder if we'll eventually find tensions with a proper nation. With France or something. So far, no luck, rather. Okay, we have fixed so many things in the past little bit. And we now know about international exchange standards. More minting, cheaper loans. We're heading in the direction of an even better economy. International system of accounting exchange makes trade between the nations simpler and cheaper to maintain. If only the Belgian dollar were the international currency, it'd be amazing. Number 2, we finally have national ID cards. And this year, 1873. Increased taxation capacity everywhere. We can also increase home affairs and ensure that our people are further under control. Great. Now, what should we research next? I feel like something in production could help a whole bunch. What, though, I just don't know. shift work? Increase economy of scale. This means if you keep building in one place, everything is glorious. The combustion engine will consume more of what? Probably oil? We need laser cannons, clearly. That is the way to stop the Dutch, is more laser cannons. We know a lot about ships we're not building with yet. Hand crank machine gun. Sure. Partially selected, let's do it. What's the plan for unifying the lowlands? If I can just get us under 10 million debts, I will then go to war with the lowlands. I believe we're ready for it. It's just a matter of my economy is absolutely terrible. Okay. Opium, mana wars. Opium, mana wars. I could save money on paper in mid-centers. I have too much bureaucracy. Okay, we could turn some of them off. That'd be a good idea. I think I have one of them in every single colony. Again, the roleplay element of this game is probably not good. I should just stack everything in the same place. So, goodbye to you all. Firing everybody. Farewell, farewell. I'm sorry, friends. I'll reincorporate you all eventually. That'll help a little bit. Yeah, I think it really comes to my attempt to roleplay and have like a colonial administration and a university just ruins the economy. So economy of scale really is the name of the game, at least in the current build. Look at that money. Look at that money. Can we get more opium? A little bit. Tiny bitty opium. The dye situation. The dye situation is still the situation. My people apparently want fish. Enjoy my fish. How are diplomacy looking? It's fine. I think when I attack the Dutch, no one will come and assist. We'll see. Hello, Rexido. It's good seeing you. Rexido, thank you for your kindness. Hello, Shenraid. It's really bad timing. I've got to go teach in like 2 minutes. Shen, thank you for the raid host. I swear I normally stream more. I just need to go give an exam today. So, hello, Shen friends. Good old Shen is playing as the Ottoman Empire. Turkey has taken over like all of Russia and all of the US of A and all the rest. Friends, I'm Resorty. We're playing a little game called Victoria 3 also. We're playing as Belgium. We've colonized the Congo a little bit. We're definitely slow rolling this thing. Unlike Shen's mighty, let's take over everything. So, I'm having some fun. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you who are celebrating today. I'm thankful that you are here with me. Aw, sentimentality. Tindre, thank you for the kindness. Thank you for the follow. Ryas, thank you for the follow also. Hello, Manic Molza. Thank you, everybody. Turmoil has returned in Wallonia there. I wonder what the issue is. Law enforcement's helping, but not enough. We'll once again need to have some values for everyone. Where do I have values being spread? We can see that here. South Cameroon, Vanuatu, the Solomon Islands. Solomon Islands, South Cameroon, Vanuatu. We're going to stop this one. Just so I can spread national values in the homeland again. Wait. And now bureaucratic shortfall because I turned off all my colonial buildings. It's going to take a very long time to get through all the law enforcement levels. So I probably need to change and get some more bureaucracy buildings again. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. Alright. Disrespecting the maps. I think we were heading to a war with France that I do not want. We gotta ensure that Britain's on our side, but France appears to be disregarding our claims on French Congo. They've given a stern enough reminder. They may be convinced to cede it to us. Wait, really? Just out and out give us French Congo? Perhaps they believe that so far away from Flanders we would not notice. Or that these are simply plans we have made, but would readily adapt to avoid a diplomatic conflict with someone who arrived there first. Whatever their reasons, they must think we can be fooled out of our rightful share of the African continent by fast ships and bold moves. What shall the world think of Belgium if we prove them right? If we bend the knee to France, presumably we'll lose even more prestige. If we demand it, we'll get 20 infamy. Okay, no, we actually don't lose prestige. We just lose a claim. We'll still colonize, just not into the French area. Yeah, it's this bit right here, I think. This bit right here is what's the contest. So I can't fight France, of course. That's the real and true story here. They're the top power in the world. I'm little cute me. They're not at war with anyone right now, correct? Oh. Then the endless war with Prussia, they're also still fighting the British. What do you think, team? What do you think? Are they distracted enough they'll just give me territory? I doubt it. I doubt it substantially. Hello, Francis. Did we get our revenge on the Dutch yet? We did not, because I accidentally white-pieced out yesterday, and I'm trying to fix the economy still. It's very close to being fixed, I swear. It's mine? You all believe? Gosh, if we do this and France attacks us, it'll be fun to see what happens. I mean, the problem is they'll probably demand that they can take over Flanders. Sure, let's do it. Let's see how this goes. This is a very dumb choice, incidentally. Just FYI. FYI. They've refused to acknowledge our claim. So they actually are not going to war over it. They're just saying it's still ours. Now, they're still cooperative. They still like us just fine. Which is nice. Which is very, very nice. Yeah. Cooperative and cordial, despite my profound rudeness. Speaking of profound rudeness, friends, I've got to go. I've got to go, unfortunately. I need to go give an exam or it'll be very, very bad. So today was officially the last day of Victoria 3, because tomorrow's RimWorld Day. We will play RimWorld tomorrow, but I think next week we'll continue with Victoria 3 just a little while longer. Like, my real goal in the playthrough is to unify these two. We will do that very, very soon. But we should find someone to raid host. Again, Shen viewers, thanks for being here. I'm sorry you didn't get to see that much stream. Just bad timing on needed to teach today. So who is streaming who I know? Absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody I know. That's okay, though. We're going to go ahead and raid host someone whose name is Norm U. Lator. And they're playing, it says Murica because of Turkey Day. Sounds good. Have a good time. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate the heck out of every single one of you. I mistyped their name. Why do you have a weird name? Maybe this person's stream name is actually like an I instead of an L? I don't know. Try this again. Alright, raid that name there. There we go. Alright. See you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Be seeing you again real soon.